Go, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. I'm the realest. Yeah, I see what I want and I get it. You be capping for the clout, you switching. Ain't no switching back. Had the boss up, you can call me triple threat. I be killing every show and get it before the check. I ain't tired yet. Overlapping like I used to run a track. No, I don't even break a sweat. I'm as lethal as an artist really get. I remember Granny cooking fish and grits. When she gave us knowledge, she made sure it. Now we cooking in the stew, talking about this. I'm all over the world. People be sleep so they quite don't know it yet. They be ready for anyone standing no way and it's over. I'ma wake 'em up, let me wake 'em up. You will see what I'm about, I ain't one of them. Used to sleep on the floor, head below the rim. Now I'm dunking on like shagging them. I be feeling for people, no sympathy. When they see me with check, they be sensitive. I don't fall in the trap, I be flipping it, making it look easy. My feet up, I'm kicking it over and over. They repeating my, they liking it, but ain't showing the love, they be trifling. All I'm seeing is red like lightning. Over and over, straight heat the beat. All you rappers for real ain't touching me. It's a bang whenever I'm walking in. Bang whenever I'm walking in. Yeah, cause I go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and will for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. Go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost.
What's up, everybody? Oh my goodness. Back once again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. PhD Youth Sports. I'm your host. They call me the professor, aka the Skybox Bully. Still a little bit hoarse from the other day. My goodness. All the way out in Mount Pleasant. EC Warhawks hosting this game of the week. We had a ball. First and foremost, shout out to EC Warhawks for everything that they did all day long. All day long, they were hey, listen. When I tell you this one right here, Miss Teresa Jones, listen. Every time one of my lives comes on, she knows I missed out on the college football. You can't see the scores. She throws the scores up for y'all and for me. All right, don't get it twisted now. All right, that she throwing it up there for me. She knows I'm a college football fan. We all are, right? And your team might have been playing, and hey, hopefully they ain't getting whooped. Because Miss Teresa don't care. We gonna throw it up there. We gonna throw it up. She throws the scores up. She's on the live. She's interacting. Listen, I love the low country. Man, I love the low country. You hear me? What's going on? William Bell in the building. What's up, nephew? Oh, the big fort. JoJo, Berkeley. Only one Berkeley, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Shantae Barnes in the house. And my guy, of course, Dustin in the building. What's going on, y'all? Hey, happy lunch Monday. Ooh, goodness. Trying to get some of this stuff together. But listen, we saw some great games. Saw some good games. Saw some good games. Come on, man. It was going down. The matchups happened. It was good. I had fun. I literally had a blast. I don't want to do. They're trying to do too much. I had a blast the other day. It was cool. It was cool. The way they did it was EC Warhawks had a box going around that they were some upsets happened. Had a box going around that they were taking donations for anybody affected by breast cancer and or cancer, period, that was in their organization, right? So what they're trying to do is help people out who may have a tougher time I think this is my scores. A tougher time with making it back and forth to the doctor's appointments. Maybe even the bills themselves that they're having a tough time with. That's exactly what it was for. So it was good. It was good. It was good to see. It was good to be a part of it. All throughout the day, every age group that came out, not every age group, but a lot, right? It was the majority. We won't see which age groups, but they had somebody who was affected in their organization by breast cancer or is in remission, or, who was fought and beat it, or, cancer related. Um, so it was pretty cool to see. They did it. They did their thing with that one. Did the thing that one. Kane Bay took over, and let me show you something. I didn't take this on purpose. It just kind of happened. Let's turn. I don't want to hear all that. All right. But look, this is how their rosters come, huh? And listen, don't get it twisted. They got one for every. I'm not gonna show all the names and stuff, real quick, flash. But they have one for every age group. Listen, the easiest thing anybody is, right? And then what's crazy is I probably held that one upside down, did I? I think I did. But what's crazy is a couple of years ago when they first started, the young lady who is always a pleasure and always comes up to make sure I have something to drink, something to eat, need anything. I forgot her name, but I know her face when I see it. I know I go through a lot of names, but I know her face when I see it, and she's always a pleasure to work with. I believe she made these up because she gave me a roster a couple years ago, and the roster was in. I believe the roster was in alphabetical order. God bless her, because it was a lot of kids. It was still a lot of kids then. Not as much as it is now, but it was a lot of kids then for one person to write down the alphabetical order. And I tried I think I did in a polite and a professional manner say, man, there's no way. I don't know these kids, right? So their names, I need their numbers to go in order. So she's like, hey, I took your suggestion. We got it in numerical order, and you're absolutely right. It looks, you can do it a lot better. So I appreciate you, EC Warhawks. Y'all take notes, y'all. Take notes. It's on the card. She had like 2 or 3 copies of each, and I was like, nah, give me the roughest copy because I knew it was gonna happen. It wasn't done on purpose, but I just know me. I collect everything from off the table and I take it with me. So I have them. Keepsake. Maybe actually I get to see the Warhawks again here soon. I'll give it back. But how'd your week go? How'd those games go? Don't forget, we have the shout outs to talk about. We also have some other stuff to talk about. Have you guys look at the e-flyer? Have you guys checked? Ooh, whoa, is gone. Oh, no, there it is. Have you looked at this e-flyer lately? All right, Low Country Elite Bowl, $65. It, hey, we're always taking notes. Hey, where you come from? How would he come from? Come on, he come on the show just so he can sit there. And I believe he does. Y'all play around. That's very he takes what he ain't gonna tell me he takes it, but he definitely takes notes. He's taking notes. Listen, it was so much easier. Will I was like, oh my gosh, you had to write it down, try to read anybody's handwriting, nothing. But I'll come back to that. Low Country Elite Bowl is going down. So it's the best of the best, right? Now, I told you guys, 2019, I did this with Anton, Coach Anton from the Raiders. And he picked coaches from all over. I know he is. He's eyes ears always open. He do. He gonna be Dave William Bell. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it, Coach. But I'm watching you, and I see you growing. So just know that flower is definitely given right now because I see you, and it's coming. It's coming. Yeah, I don't care if you stay with 6. If you go to 8, ooh, but I know with 6, I think you got that style. So you stay in your lane. But if you want to grow, I wouldn't go no more than like one more, maybe 2. 10. Ooh, I think you do 10, but I think that 6 and 8 is kind of like your wheelhouse. But anyways, I'm getting off subject. Low Country Elite Bowl did it 2 years ago. 2019 was the last one. How do I know? Because I got a ring for it, and I can show you. 6U, 8U, and now listen, we didn't have the 6U when we did it those years ago. Always, brother. When we did it years ago, we did not have the 6U. So I don't say bugged Jay, but I always asked Jay, how come we don't have a 6U? So we definitely, we had to put it in there. Brandon Grayson, what's happening? Oh, you said, "Yo, we in there." Oh yeah, listen, it I had an experience because, listen, forget the forget the egos, forget all that stuff, man. You get with a bunch of these coaches are being handpicked. Yeah, these coaches are being handpicked. These are some dog coaches now, right here in the Low Country. If he's going to do it like he did before, which I'm still in talks, we're trying to find out what else we need. He needs some more 6U, and he needs some more 12U. I believe it's 6U and 12U are the two. Check my checking my notes at the same time. 6U and 12U is needed. Bim, 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 bim. Yeah, 6U and 12U is what's needed right now. The majority, I believe, is going by positions. So when you register, right, you see it www.lowcountryfootballinc.com. All right, make sure that you put your child's position. Big Cam playing on the 14U. Listen, ooh, hey, listen. Colleton County is the real deal. You know, I'm gonna talk about some of those scores. You know, they hit me up, Kane. You know, I wasn't trying to be funny and I wasn't trying to be, malicious or anything like that. I just hadn't seen them. It's been a minute since I've seen them. I'm gonna have to find a way next season. Jay and I got to sit down and find out. Hey, man, listen, how can we? What do we got to do to try to make 2 games? But somebody's gonna miss out somewhere. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. Low Country Elite Football is going down. The Elite Bowl, All Stars, January 5th through the 7th. $65 registration. Come on, man. No. No. This interfere with Team Sky. I don't believe that is you stupid. Come on, just combine for D1 and D2. Don't need nobody else. Stop it. Stop it. What you mean your 2 D1s? How about how about I tell you that? Shanique, huh? Huh? Shanique, well, how about I tell you that? Just combine your 2 D1 teams and go play. It should not. I don't believe, and again, I don't believe that Anton and Jay would not have had a conversation uh with this. It's our college not playing right. Oh no, they ain't playing. Nah, they ain't playing. I hope you're saying it like that. College not playing right. No, they ain't. No, they ain't. I'm gonna talk about those scores in a minute. But make sure you get your child registered. Once again, 6U and 12U are looking for some. I believe he's going by positions. If he did it like he did it years ago, he hasn't mentioned it yet. But if he did it like he did it years ago, back in 2019, then we're gonna find out. We'll find out. We'll find out, Coach Bell. We'll find out, nephew. We'll get it. We'll find out. But I don't see them doing it at the same time. You know what I mean? I don't think it would be. I hope it wouldn't be that type of. It's not that type of vibe between those two. So it'd be a conversation. Maybe one got pushed. Is one even happening? Is Team Skyfa even happening, or is this happening in lieu of Team Skyfa? Never know. But this one right here, I do know about. And I know about Team Skyfa too. They played against, there's a couple teams that came from out of state to play in this tournament. If I'm not mistaken, Virginia showed up to this one. There was 3 when we did it in 2019. I want to say it was Virginia, a team from Georgia was supposed to come. Not sure if they did or not. And another team, and they were from like PA. They were from up higher. It was one from up north, another one from right there, right that Virginia, North Carolina area, but I believe it was Virginia. And, then a lot of teams from right here, a lot of players, from the Low Country and surrounding areas. Columbia, I believe we had some from any Wolfpack back in the day. So it was anything from Columbia on down, and those people took into it. It was real decent. It was real decent. The coaching staffs were there, packed. You had nothing but all stars. Anton did not coach that year. I don't believe he'll. Not to say he doesn't want to, but I think like right now it'd be more of those things where he just wants to see a lot of these kids flourish. So if he steps back and just watches it, sits in the booth with me, and we just watch this thing together and probably just co-do this thing together, now that would be hard. That'd be something. That'd be something. We sit there, just call live, just do live streams all day, and myself and Coach Anton in the booth. Of course, I know some Patriot coaches are gonna come up there and bully their way in, and it's all good. They're always welcome. All right, so make sure you check it out. You got the information, you got the email. Good, appreciate it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it. Let's get right to it. The scores that happened this week. I see the link on the screen. Boom, there you go. You got it. Yeah, definitely ask that question. Will, I would email and ask that question, or you can hit. You know how to hit Anton, man. Ask the right questions, you get the right answers. And I don't believe it would happen. I don't believe it would happen. If it would, which I don't think it would, one of them had to get pushed, one of them not doing it. I don't see them two not really competing against each other, but having an event at the same time when they have more than enough communication to sit there and talk about it. Gallatin County Cougars versus Cross Trojans went down this weekend. Now, this is two teams that we thought in the 12U who would have been, the not the 8U, the 8U or the 10U was one of them. We thought it was going to be a better game. Gallatin County comes out in full force. They must. I know they've seen the Friday night hype, but listen, they took that one to the house. The 8U, 10U, and 12U clean sweep over the Cross Trojans. The 8U 30-0, the 10U 30-6, and the 12U 22-6. Congratulations, Gallatin County Cougars, full sweep. Ooh wee. Then shout outs to Woodland, 10U 46-0 over the EMC. That's the Extra Mile Club out of Beaufort, South Carolina. Moving on down, Fort Dorchester Youth Patriots, 6U, took on Holly Hill, beating them 40-0. Them Donut Boys still going. Golly, tell you. But then the rest of the day, the 8U, 10U, and 12U on the D1 took on Carolina Elite Stars. The 8U winning 40-0, similar to the 6U. The 10U winning 8-0. And then the 12U comes in 36-0. And I heard the game was called in the third quarter. Oh my. Oh my, indeed. That's right. Shaniqua said, hey, the 8U on fire. They on fire. All of them. Say it in that Charlestonian voice now. All of them. That's right. Collins County 8U, I think we talked about beginning of the season. Listen, I remember talking about them, but I've been wanting to see them. I saw them last year, right? Nobody wants me. You don't want to go off of last year. It's a new year, new things going. You know what I mean? Told you to pick us for those. Hey, I don't know how they pick you up for homecoming, man. But hey, it is for the homecoming. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Listen, you're gonna battle. You're gonna pick somebody, and then not Fort, not Raiders, not Woodland, not. I don't know. They ain't too many teams right now that ain't throwing out. They ain't throwing out the upsets. So I don't know who you pick. 9 times out of 10, people put Oh, come on, Red. That's your boot. Wherever I go, you must be crazy. You know that's your. Come on, man. You already know better than that. Ain't not one time you asked me or told me something. I told you no. If I picked against, listen, my uncle Randy gonna tell you. If I picked against him, where is my mask? I gotta find my mask. He said, "Nah, take this." He gave me a mask, a Raiders mask. It's actually supposed to be hanging up. You already know. Come on now. You know you come in the booth whenever you want. Don't let Jawan start. Look at this one. Look at this one. Juan Saban in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely can't wait to have us. Ooh, I want to have a sit down with him. We got a whole bunch to talk about. He thought, Big Randy, come on down. He already knows what time it is, man. Devontae Thier says, Carlton County is like that. Good game. I hope we get another crack at them. Yes. Hey, I think, it's not I think, I know. I've been saying it all preseason. I know it's tough to get some of that clap in, man, but if it's one or two age groups that you know is going to be together, get it early. You can't wait. Carlton, I think it's just they just working, man. They just working. They were in a couple of things this year, not too heavy, but I think they was working, getting their numbers in, getting their workout on, and hey, they showing it. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Again, I didn't pick against them because I think they couldn't do it. You're right. I could look at the numbers, but me, it's any given Saturday. I could look at a score. I probably could look back through some of these and see a team just whoop all over somebody. Right? If I can sit back and this, Ashley Ridge is not having their best season, but I don't think it depends on who they play against. Do you count them out? Nah, similar to your NFL team. If you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, we can't talk about that. I know it slipped. It slipped. I'm just saying, you stick with them, win or lose. Anyways, listen, they put in the work. And now it's showing, and that's all there is to it. I picked Cross because I knew Cross and seen Cross, but these cats, Carlton County proved it wrong. That's all it is. Chris Richardson never counts. I don't, it depends on who you're playing. I'm just doing the picks. We're kind of just doing it for fun, but it's all good. Oh, that baby deers had fox for lunch. Don't eat the fox. No, you gotta respect them for that. Listen, they come in that. Hey, that's why I like. Yeah, oh boy, got what? Huh? Yeah, it's all good. I can't talk too much. I'm a Giants fan, so we'll leave that one alone. We'll leave that one alone. And then the D2 from Fort Dorchester took on the Knights, which that was one of the games that I would have loved to have seen, especially that 12U. The 8U came in on Fort Dorchester winning 24-0. 10U lost 18-8 against the Knights. And then the 12U ended up being 12-8. 12-8, Fort Dorchester. Fort Dorchester comes in and wins. Oh, man. They give all the scores. 8U solid, though. I feel you. Somebody needs to send me in and listen. And I don't know why I can't see that. Those scores from last week. If somebody can inbox me those scores, I'll put them out right now from all last week. For some reason, I can't see. I don't know if that's an updated. Score sheet. This was week 6, right? This is week 6. It says week 6 scores, but some of these teams, some of this stuff didn't seem right. Week 6. Yeah. Hey, you ain't never lie. I ain't going back. It was a defensive battle. Listen, come on, man. You know who wins. Week 7, see Shante. They don't have them up, right? So they normally don't come till the week after. I don't want to give you that. I'll start doing those on Friday nights. I'll start giving you the school. Well, I mean, you guys would know it by then. This is week 6. They're not up there yet. Scores aren't up there yet. But I will start. Let me reach out to the commish. Maybe that's one of those things that we can do a special request and get those scores sent to me ASAP. Knights brought that A game, fans off the chain before it brought that DD defense. How am I reading it the way I know she's gonna say it? I don't know, but that's what it is. JoJo says, Chris Richardson, that's why I said Baby D and ARTU did the thing. All right. Love it. I love it when it's good competition, even though, win, lose, or draw. Listen, iron sharpens iron. Keep going, keep pushing, keep doing what you're supposed to do. All right. That was the shout outs from the 8, 10, and 12, the D2 of Fort Dorchester versus the Knights. Then NE Wolfpack versus Greenview Eagles. Shout out scores 12-6, NE Wolfpack on the 8U, and then 10U 20-6 over Greenview Eagles. Gaffney Elite Indians take on, there you go, put it up there. Gaffney Elite Indians put on something with the Metro Warriors. The 8U wins 34-32 in overtime. Then the 10U wins 8-0. Then shout out to my man Rob Landquist putting in some scores from down in Florida. The Bellevue Wildcats, somebody said the Wildcats went down to Florida this past weekend, and the 9U won 34-0. 34-0 went down. Then we give a shout out to Game of the Week. It happened. Oh my goodness, it happened. There you go. 6U Ashley Ridge loses to Berkeley. Then Ashley Ridge beats Berkeley in the 10U. And then 12U Ashley Ridge takes it one more again. Then we move on to the EC Warhawks versus Cane Bay. And we expected it happened the way we predicted, but again, I tell you guys, if you're not there to see the game, a lot of people see these scores, even the close scores, you're like, that's a good game. It's minor stuff. Those potentially are those good games when it's low scoring like that. Or there's a lot of darn mistakes. Rebecca puts in 12U Woodland, 56, EMC 20. Ooh, 12U's nice. 10U's nice too. Again, I'm saying I think that 10U is going to sneak up on somebody, but that's just my thought. We're talking about EC Warhawks and Cane Bay right now. Let's talk about the D1 they played. All right, forfeited. Cane Bay wins 26-0, but the reason why I say it's forfeited, EC Warhawks forfeit because they don't have enough players to play on the 6U. All right, they have some, they don't have enough. So what they do is they mix some of their D2 8U up. Nothing wrong with that. They tell the teams this ahead of time. They play anyway. They have some 6-7-year-olds, a couple of 5-year-olds, stuff like that. That just wouldn't even be right. So they mix some of the D2 in there. Everybody gets a little playing time. There it went. All right. Cane Bay comes out on top on the 6U. On the 8U, Cane Bay wins in overtime. Woo, that was a good one. That was a good one. Cane Bay wins 6-0 in overtime. The last and final run, right down. It was good. It was good. The drive was hellacious. So when they went to overtime, they went straight to the 4 snaps, right? You get 4 downs, You get 4 downs to try to push it in. Cane Bay comes in, I think, on their third down, punch it in, punch the ticket, right? But then now Warhawks have to get the ball. And couldn't do it. Came down to the 4th down play. Got stopped short. Man. It was good. Moving on to the 10U, 32-0. Cane Bay took over on that one. 12U, I don't know what happened to my scores. I don't know where my paper. I lost that one. That was a good game. 12U, I believe Cane Bay. Cane Bay took that one. No. I think the Warhawks. I have to look at it again. No, Cane Bay took that one. The Warhawks took the 12U D2. Excuse me. 8U on the D2. 8U 24-0. 10U 12. Cane Bay won the 8U. 10U and the 12U went to EC Warhawks. Yeah, there you go. I thought so. 26-16. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's what I thought. That one came down to the last. That one came down to the last, and it was a dog fight. And then you know what I did? Of course, I wasn't doing live. That was a student doing live. Thank you, Teresa, for supporting the student too. They were he was doing the live, and I was over there announcing because I had to run the clock at the same time. Um, but it was a good one. It was a good one. I liked everything that the Warhawks did, other than the rosters and stuff that they did. They did the 50-50 raffle. That was actually for the breast cancer and or cancer awareness month. Um, what else? They had the boxes going around. They did their concessions. A lot of their a lot of their money, right? Of course, everybody knows we don't get that profit off it. But a lot of their money went towards helping out their families in their organization. You can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at that. That was a great thing that they did all day long by letting the student athletes walk their mothers, aunts, or family members out, and escort them out on the field. They end up being captains for the day. That was awesome. So salute to EC Warhawks for doing that. At PhDU Sports, it's always bigger than the game. All right. Also, we want to talk about some of these schools still not supporting districts, still not supporting 100%, but people are paying for your fields and all kind of stuff. I think you're getting a little crazy with it. Just my opinion. If the numbers are what the numbers are, yeah, but come on, man. If these people are trying to rock with you like 5, 6, 7 times that season, you could give them a little break, and it's a 501c3. So these people are nonprofit. Whatever comes in, they need that to keep it working, to keep it running, right? It's no huge concession stand and all that other stuff. It's not there. So why not? Why not help them out a little bit? Cut down some of the costs. We understand if they have to stay over late to clean up and do that, fine. You want to add that in your price, fine too. But come on. We got to get better. We have to get better. Now, don't get me wrong. Listen, orgs, parents, student athletes, we coaches, hello, we ain't making it any better. Right? And I say we because I'm technically I'm a part of y'all too. Without you, there is no me. But the cussing, the fussing, the fighting, the smoking, the drink, whatever's happening around these places, man, these schools or these districts don't want to be held accountable at the end of the day. They're not going to want to be held accountable for saying this happened on such and such property. You wouldn't want that if it was happening on your property. That's why you tell people stay off your grass, stay off my lawn, don't come over here. Because you don't want to be held responsible at the end of the day. As a homeowner, and like you, if somebody gets hurt on your property, private or not, some of us can't put up signs and things like that. But if you could, you probably would. Like, hey, you on your own. But if that's your homeowner's insurance, is who are they coming after? So similar to the football fields and all that stuff, we kind of have to take that accountability too. You know what I mean? Yeah, but we got to pay everything, but come out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's another. Let me leave that up there. And that's another thing. And I get it. So okay, this is what I'm gonna tell you, nephew. This is what I'm gonna tell you. Here we come again, right? So this is the Miyagi coming out. Now, whether or not they should come out for a couple of reasons. One, hey, their name's on the marquee, right? Your name's on the marquee. I kind of want to know everything's going good. Even if you put a representative from the school, I know from the district, you'll say, oh, that costs money and all that. It's got to be somebody, man. I don't care. I don't. Who's the custodian? I won't say custodian. I don't say janitor, right? The custodian, the upkeeper, the groundskeeper, if you will, of the facility. Somebody, come in there and make a few extra dollars if you're just gonna straight say no overtime. This is what you're gonna get. This is a separate check you're gonna get from this organization straight to you. Some people might do that. A team did it yesterday, and they killed it. It was 3 of them. It was 3 of them. They was killing it. Every time the bag looked like it didn't full up, They was on it. They got their little gator. They go around. People are doing it, right? We just have to sometimes we got to have that uncomfortable conversation with some of these places and find out what's the disconnect. Why is it that for 501c3, a youth organization can't come in here without getting the big, the big payment, the big payday? You know what I mean? Like, I hope you're not looking for the payday. And because technically, Skyfa is somewhat of a feeder. I get it. I know what y'all gonna say. That's why I say somewhat. Because a lot of kids who are playing for a certain organization actually are going to end up going to that high school. All right. I'm telling you, right? That's just demographics. If you go somewhere else, it's an unusual circumstance or something that you created, but that's just on you. But other than that, somewhat of a feeder program. So, somewhat. So why wouldn't you want to be, just like William says, be more involved in the organization or in the process of all this stuff going on? Put somebody out there that's responsible. Hold that director responsible. The director now has to come back to everybody else and say, hey, listen, I just got a call. I just got an email. I got my behind handed to me about how this field looked, how this looked. I mean, you know you got to stay later, right? You know you got to stay later, and I understand that. But that's the reason why everybody, well, the prices went up this year on the games and the gates and all that. And stuff's going to go up because, unfortunately, hey, yes, what do I tell you? Yesterday's price is not today's price. But it should be. It should be a little bit lower. And I'll say a little bit lower. Some of the prices I hear is crazy, but it comes with a bunch of other amenities, right? So it's a give and take. Depends on where you're going, who you're talking to, how you're talking to them. Amen. Hold on, let me say it. How you're talking to them. It's all in the approach. Man, I try to get you a shirt or a Raiders jersey, but I don't see my mask. Listen, I just get to tell y'all he gave it. I got it. I know where it's at. I had to redo my wall from the last one. What's up, Chris? What's going on? I still got your mask, Unc. I guarantee you. I'm gonna put it on. Look, he looking behind me. He ain't paying attention. No, he paying attention. I'm just lying. But I think my true honest opinion, man, some of these schools, you get behind some of these people, man, you find out that that's the whole thing I've been talking about. For the community, by the community. Get behind some of these people, man, because there's a lot more positive than there is negative. Yes, there's some negatives. Yes, there's some bad apples in this bunch that we call youth football here in the Low Country. Rob, I gave you a shout out, man. Congratulations down in Florida with the big win on your 9U. But you know what? That's why. Oh boy, I tell you what, ain't nothing wrong when I say bad apples. Boy, I got them too, y'all. Cause they're going right there. They're going right there. They're always trying to start some stuff. Boy, when I tell you I love my fans is off the chain. I don't call them fans. My family's off the chain. They off the chain. My family off the chain. They always give me that rough time. But listen, these schools, you got to buy in a little bit more, man. Some prices that some of these schools or some of these the districts are giving out is now they don't have professor now. It's crazy. It's crazy. Come on, man. These people they're not making a whole bunch of money, and all they're trying to do is just really recoup of what that they're putting out there. Because before they touch anything, they have to have that referee money, they got to have that stadium money, they got to have field money, and whatever else. And then what happens? Then you call me and want me to come out there and do a live stream or come and let's make it a great event. But unfortunately, right, you don't have a booth. I no longer have a PA system anymore. right? Because when I did buy it, everybody went to the schools and they went to the booths and they went to doing all this other stuff. So I'm like, well, hey, ain't no sense in me just trying to carry and lug all this stuff around. So I shut it down with just one speaker for me to do little small stuff somewhere out here in the yard. But now, you got some that, man, they're going through hoops. They're going through hoops to try to get a field. We're going through hoops when they're already out there volunteering and volunteering, some paying registration for people, raising money for registration. Smart thing to do, by the way. That way it's not really coming out of your pocket. You're asking for help from your family, everybody else. I always loved that idea. But we just got to do better. We just got to do better. You got to tap into your community, right? Schools, you got to tap into your community. Schools, districts, you got to tap in. Right, wrong, or indifferent. You're gonna have some of those bad apples. Well, you try to weed them out, right? But other than that, not everybody needs to get it. It's a 501c3, and if they're locking in 5 to 6 games with you, right, and or a tournament to give to your booster or however throughout the season, I don't see anything wrong with it. Hold that director fully 100% accountable. Have sit downs. Come sit down. We got to have 2 or 3 meetings so we know that you fully understand what's going on and what's about to happen and how we want to control it. And then, hey, on a Saturday afternoon, staff member, let somebody come by, do a pop up. Do a pop up. You ain't got to stick around long. Do a little pop up walkthrough, right? Or have, again, a groundskeeper and or a custodian say, nope, they come with it. They come with it, right? They come with it. You put them in there, and you look. I need you to keep an eye on the place. Anything goes left, you need to let me know. Report back. That's all, right? Everything's on the up and up. You're out here just basically to keep an eye out, change out trash 2 here or there. They're going to help you along with some other volunteers and finish off the end of the night, and then that's it. Lock it down, go home. Some of those people would want that, especially if the organization and or the league is going to sit there, they're throwing playoffs, something like that, is going to sit there and give you cash money or some form of payment right then and there for your day's pay. There's different ways of doing it. And then you want these people to come back, or you want them to come to your school, but you don't want to support them on the front end, but you want them to come in on the back end. Huh? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Antoine Rose said, man, this weekend was rough. Come on, man. What happened? Lord, let it out. Let it out. I'm just saying. I just think it's kind of, I don't call it poor taste, but we kind of did it to ourselves too. We kind of did it to ourselves too. With the actions that are happening out on the field or an incident they may or may not have happened. It doesn't matter. Any type of negativity given back, people just don't want the responsibility of anything stupid going too far out there, and then their name or their organization or their uh, field or anything is out in the news. It's out of the news, and it stank. So I don't know. It's tough. Like, I want these schools to tap in and support these guys. Oh man, the refs had no control over the 12. And all right, Antoine. So I have a question. When we say control, first of all, how many? Before I even go any further, we'll say how many reps? How many reps? Let me ask that question. Before you think I'm going, I'm gonna take you there. All right, how many reps? How many reps? I'm gonna break something down. I'm doing some other research too. How many reps? 3? Okay. All right. So with 3 referees, even with 4, right, Antoine? I keep dropping this during court. Even with 4 referees, how many coaches you got on your staff? I mean, even with let's say the kids, shoot, the coaches, right? I know, yeah, it's supposed to be 4. Even with 4 kids, even with 4 refs, excuse me, There's no way that you'll be able to control the football game. Now, when we say control, how far do you want these guys to go? Throwing flags? That's all they can do. Eject? Because, again, that's all they can do. When you say control, I've seen some of these 12Us, man. I've seen some of your 12Us with some grown men. You know, we're leaving a soft space. We might be leaving a soft space there, man. Only reason why I say that, and I'm not saying that. I think referees, coaches, and all that should have a talk right from the jump, right from the beginning. Listen, we're not going for it. We're not going for it. We're breaking it down, putting our foot down, right? And this, in detail, hopefully helps what I just said earlier, right? And we have some, which I might have just almost found a solution. Let some of these high school referees come down here, one or two. Fine, let's go. Let's get the real deal. Also make a couple extra dollars and possibly be able to look out and see what's going on. Anyways, there's no way that 3 referees and or 4. Oh, the whole thing. They run the show. I mean, they run the show to a certain extent as far as it keep going, the flags, the no flags. To me, I always said it depends on the age group. I don't know why. I really don't expect to see. I expect to have more. I don't say comedy. Like, do I say comedy? I expect to see more entertainment in the 6U because, come on, man, the 6, right? Some 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, it just turned 7. I kind of get it. You know the difference between a disciplined team and another team, right? You'll know the difference. You'll find out the difference. So with the flags, kind of like let some stuff go unless he fully tackles the kid or just hold him, grab by the jerseys, holding him. Then yeah, but 8U, a little bit more stern. 10U, 12U, nah, put your foot down. Put your foot down. Put your foot down. Control the game, yes. At some point in time, the kid's going to come complain to the coach. The coach is now getting mad because he sees something that the referee isn't. It just doesn't. It's a catch-22. No pun intended. It's a catch-22. It really is. You want them to run the game, but then again, somebody has to be. If it's a bunch of flags, they're like, dog, listen, hey, y'all only get paid by the hour. Y'all get paid by the game, so you can stay as long as you want to. Keep on throwing them. Keep that. That'd probably be me on the sideline saying something like that. Keep on throwing them. We gonna be here a minute. Long as you keep throwing them flags and get the little petty stuff, then that's what we gonna do. James. Listen, y'all ever want to watch it, man? That Mississippi, I told you, he better tag PhDU Sports. Because I'm telling you, you want to be entertained for an entire weekend, you have to check out that Mississippi Bowl over there down in the SIP, my man James Davis. My goodness, on the chain. All right, what are we talking? Little kids, 6 to 8 is cool, but older kids, they got to see set tone. So that's what I'm talking about. Yep. What? Oh, Lord. Threw the kid in the church? Got thrown out too? God dang. I mean, what do you want? All right. Coach Crackle Quag in the building. What's up, man? So, how else? I say fines. I say fines to the team. I'm a huge advocate of hitting you in your pocket type stuff first. Coach James Davis kind of hurt. It kind of hurt. God no. Boy, look here. No, that's James Davis. James from Mississippi, man. Listen, I think. He's in that part. Yeah, I think that. Yes, you set the tone. You can throw those flags. If I throw a flag on unsportsmanlike on anyone other than the player, which I don't want to keep throwing against the player or anything like that, against the coaches and the sideline warners and all that, I say give them a fine. Also, The first unsportsmanlike is the flag. I had that conversation with the coach. Cool him out or I'm throwing him out. Now, if I had to literally throw that kid out of the game, I probably would throw a fine on top of that, too. I'm trying to hit you 2 times. Not only are you risking your game, because that may or may not have been your star player or a difference maker, but I'm also hitting you in your pocket. You're a 501c3, right? Right. You ain't really making no money. You paid this fine. You know what I mean? I know you do. I know you do. I think it was. It's my boys let me down. Hey, don't talk about them Cowboys. Listen, I think you hit him. I think you hit him with both. I think you hit him with both. And I want you to think you're gonna be mad and that referee is this and that referee is that. If the referees come out there and set the tone right from the jump, just like Antoine says, right? Coach Rhodes says if he comes out and sets the tone right from the jump, it should be no surprise when I throw the flag. None. Zip, zero. Should be no surprise when I throw the flag. Or I put a player out. Or I give you, hey, give you a warning. Some of these referees are giving warnings out on the field that they may not even come back and communicate with the coach. I'm kind of 50-50 on that. If I have to give you a warning that nobody else knows about, maybe during the next time out or even during my official, I'm calling official timeout and I'm walking over there telling the coach, hey, listen, I done told number 22 about such. All right, I'm telling you now, get control of him. That's his last warning. That's his first and last warning. And then that's it. Go back to the game, right? You let it go, right? And then you come back and hit it again. I think 2 sets of rest, one for morning, one for evening, or have older teams play earlier, younger teams. Ooh. Huh. You think go backwards, and everybody else says some think, yeah, 2 sets is ideal. I know what you meant. Do we like that? I actually, be honest with you, I actually would rather my game of the week be played separate, but with the D1 and D2, now it's kind of harder. It's kind of harder, Coleman. It is kind of harder because from what I've seen, I'm not sure if it's true, but just with my own eyes, okay? Believe you or my lying eyes? A lot of coaches, a lot of referees are able to stay at one place. Remember how we were doing it before, right? So, James, check this out. We would have a game all the way, we'll say, one end of Mount Pleasant. Well, let's say Mount Pleasant, all right? Now, Mount Pleasant is probably, from me, is almost an hour away. But the referees that you want to do this game of the week are going to have to leave from Mount Pleasant because they have that morning game, travel an hour to get down here to watch 4 more games, right? Or to call 4 more games. That's a little wear and tear in between there, right? That's a little something. That's a little something. So now with the D1 and D2, they don't have to, like, if I can sit there all day long, these referees they did 7 games on Saturday, and they had I say no problems. They had problems. We won't even talk about that. But as far as them having to leave, come back, they took a little snack break during a couple of half times. We put like an extra 2 or 3 minutes on there. If Unc told me, hey man, we gonna grab something to eat, like we getting hungry, cool. Let's make it a 7 or 9 minute instead of I normally do a 5-minute halftime. I'm running the clock, 5-minute halftime. But on that, in this case, I'll give you 7, 8, 9, what you want. Boom, and then give you guys a little bit more time to eat. But James Davis says there should also be players getting suspended and coaches for that matter. Ooh, if you can't control them, then you start at the head. Got to be more careful. Start with the head coach. I like it because my thing is, I think if we ask for that right off the rip, everybody's aware of what it is, what the rule is, everything else. If you're aware, then should be no problems. Should be no problems. Should be no problems, right? If I already let you know the rules from the gate, right there, the coin toss. After the coin toss, hey, coaches, listen. I know the vibes between y'all. It don't even matter. I think you say it standardly every time. You come up with a statement, a card, whatever you got to read off of. This is what it's going to be. Boom, 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 and you rock it from there. Now, where do I guess the next question is where does the fine money go? Right? It goes back. It goes to the league. I think it goes to the league. Whether or not, listen, trophies, all that stuff. I know you pay your registration. Oh, we paid for all that stuff already, and all that. What you want me to say? What you want me to say? If you don't want to go, they have many suspensions. They do, but it only has to go like so far. Fighting, I know, is definitely one. Fighting, I know um, if a referee can call out a number, especially if a kid gets ejected, which happened Saturday, if the referee turns that information in, right? If anybody turns that information in, then most likely I've seen it happen. Our commissioner, Jay will shut it down and have you suspended for the next 1 or 2 games. I think the biggest problem with suspension is there's some bias. A ref might not like one org or another. I know what he meant, right? Might let one org get away with certain things and then have a zero tolerance with another. That I know, I know, I know. Um, my thing is, man, like they really don't. It's kind of hard to say that, right, Chris? For the main reason, what do they get out of it, though? What do they get out of it? At the end of the day, what do they get out of it? What do they get out of it? What do they get out of it? They're going to have to come see you one way or another, whether it's now, middle, and later. They're gonna have to come see you though. So let's not act like people don't do that, right? Smile, throw the rock, hide the hand type stuff, or smile in your face and be straight fake. I get that. But the referees don't get nothing. I don't think they get nothing out of it. They ain't got nobody's grandchildren playing on that team. Yes. And if they don't like a certain org or a certain why? Why is it that they don't like a certain org? Maybe because maybe because one of the coaches ran up on them. Maybe because you sit there and get cussed out like a dog, like you ain't going to church tomorrow. It can be several different things, right? So let's not, I definitely, I get your point. B, but let's not act like both hands are clean off that one. All right? And that goes across the board. Torianne, what's happening? Yeah, they took my QB helmet off and threw it down on the side. Who did that? Oh, man. Ooh. The players did that? Man, ain't no way. Boy, ain't no way. Wow. Quack. Oh, Coach Coleman said, let's see. Coleman says a lot of things could be avoided if the ref really got on top of things. But you got to get on off top, like right from the jump. Right from the jump. A lot of bias. I'm sure there is, but listen, there has to be something behind it. There has to be. There has to be, whether it's history, whatever the case may be, has to be something behind it. Because the ref will say, I see, but I'm not on that side of the field, but it's still kids we're dealing with. All right. So I think the main issue with this is if you're on that side of the field and I throw the flag, it makes it look like you ain't doing your job over there. That's the perception. Because now everybody's going to want me to throw that flag for over there on your side. I get what you're saying. I absolutely get what you're saying. I absolutely get what you're saying. I've been there, done that. But if I start doing that, it's kind of making the other referee look bad. And they're like, well, how y'all working together? He don't even throw the flag. He act like he don't see it. Yeah, that's crazy. Honestly, I'm not sure. Usually it's a personal issue with individuals from exactly. So, is that your bad apple? Is that just a miscommunication. It can be anything. Again, it's not what you say, it's how you say it and how you approach it. If you're approaching it with a rule or a regulation or a type of call, or you really have got your information down and done your due diligence, then you can approach it. When you just sitting there hollering, screaming, yelling, cussing, fussing, fighting, pushing, shoving, and all that stuff, nobody want, you don't want all that. You don't want all that. So yeah, I'm gonna feel a certain way. And I think the way they feel, some of them might feel threatened. They never know, somebody, parent or somebody's gonna come running off the sidelines and bust them across their head. So keep holding and poking in the eyes, then bound to explode. Yeah, they will. I'm not. Yeah. First of all, the poking in the eyes, that's old school. that's that was really, really old school. I'm not saying so let it keep going. If the referees need to be brushed up on some stuff, because I've seen a couple of new ones pop out this season, I think they need to be doing clinics too. If they have to sit there and get with if they have to get with the directors and everybody have a meeting, right? And some of these meetings, when Skyfa is meeting, I think some of these referees need to be included and come in and join in on the conversation, right? A couple, two or three of them. A lot of them do high school too. So I'm like, I don't want them to be lenient, but be fair across the board, of course. No, you're right. The coaches and parents ain't saints out there. No. The player, oh my God, man, the player did that. Take off the helmet and throw it down the sidelines. God, dog. Maybe each team come with two refs. Each might be difficult to do, but could help. All right, Tori, and the only issue with that is, right? So now you have two referees, and I understand what you're saying. Come with their own refs. I know you don't mean like, hey, their own bought refs, like paying two refs to come. I know what you mean, but that's going to now be the perception. If I had to pay for two refs, right, those are my refs. Your refs, the ones over there ain't throwing, is over there throwing flags and blah blah blah, and they're throwing them more on my team, and the other ones I'm paying throwing them more on your team. I just think that, like Chris, like they say from the jump, just get control of the game. There's nothing they don't have. They get paid regardless. Right? They get paid regardless. It's a set amount for each game for the whole day. It's already set. A ref or two leaves, well, then the rest of them split the kitty. I don't blame you. Couldn't be mad at it. But that's what they're there for. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be any favoritism towards it. They know some teams are better than others. They know some teams is going to be a dogfight. They know, if they missed a call or two, let's be honest, right? Somewhere down the line, they might get that other one back. If it comes back, it comes back. If it don't, it don't. But I'm just, just putting it out there. We cannot be saying that, hey, we're angels above the whole thing. A lot of refs coach middle school and want certain kids, but kids don't want middle school because they travel teams do more. So the refs are butthurt. I tell you what, if that's the way it is in your area, that'd be really sad. Like, you really ain't gonna sit there and and take something personal against me because I didn't want to play. And you're absolutely right. Coach Rhodes and we've been rocking together, what, 3 or 4 years now? I think maybe a little bit longer than that. Not a little bit longer than that. That when middle school ball, I've asked a lot of kids in 12U, just turned 13 and all that stuff. Hey, why do you play middle school ball? It was simply that answer. Because there's a lot more competition inside travel ball, and we're going to go see. I don't think the referees down here, you have a couple referees that are coaches. 9 times out of 10, it's a different sport, but they ain't ever really tripped about that. It can be a double-edged sword sometimes. It can be. Marvin, what's going on, brother? Marvin, right? Hey, man, listen, we just speaking on a little something, man. Where I actually is where I think the schools should be at in place of supporting the youth and what's going on. By the way, Dorian, by the way, the 8U Berkeley over Ashley Ridge 30-20. Missed call or two is okay, but they got him. Yeah. Oh, he said 4 years. We've been rocking 4 years. All right, that's my man. But I and that's respect right there with this cat, man. And he's absolutely right. Set the tone. Set the tone from the jump. Don't change from it. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Right? Don't change from it. You can't change from it. Doesn't matter who you're playing. If they know you, if Coach Rhodes knows who we got, who else we got on here? Coach Coleman, right? If Coach Rhodes knows Coach Coleman is he's strict, right? Or the referee knows that these guys is. Oh, excuse me. Let me back up. If you know that the referee, which is Coach Rhodes, I know that sounds weird, right? Referee Rhodes is a certain way, then Laquan, Marvin, Chris, Coach Bell, we all know how to take him, right? You're like, yo, he don't play that. Yo, he's not gonna. He tells you straight up the rip. He's throwing a flag. If it's you over the 30-yard line, it's a sideline warning. You do it again. He's throwing the flag again. Like, yo, Ref Rhodes, he's on it. Do you know how to take him? You know how you go, oh, man, what? Oh, we got rules for it. What? Yeah. Oh, look. Why? Because he gonna hold you accountable? Because he gonna hold you accountable? That's exactly what's good, right? High school should support all the youth teams in the area. Listen, and so I'm not saying that they're not, okay? And so I'm not saying that they're not. And I get that these fields and these places and these the equipment, all that stuff costs. Man, ain't nobody there like that long. Is longer than about the same length as your high school games. But come on, man. Like you made it off your high school game last night. I'm not saying not to charge the people, but some of these prices that I'm hearing is crazy. If you're doing it just to make money for your booster, if you really want to help out the community, you got to cut back just a little bit. Just a little bit. Give them a chance. Give them a chance. Find the director. Who is going to be the one responsible for it all when it's all said and done? If I have to get 1, 2, or 3 people to sign this document, boom, that's exactly what we have to do. But the prices, if you want to add in cleanup, or if they want to opt, if that's an option, let them choose yay or nay on that. If they want to stay late and clean up, hey, let them choose that option. But I still think some of these prices, and if you don't want the team to just play there at all, please just tell them. Please just tell them. Please just tell them. Because sit there and dangle a price above their head like a dangling carrot syndrome is a little too much. And they're gonna say no because they don't have the money. Now somebody's going in debt trying to get the money to try to have a youth football, just have one game. But no, it's not just one game. It's about 4 or 5 home games that each team has. And they're coming to your field. And you're not gonna, sometimes you don't have to be there, sometimes you do. It is what it is. Yeah, you charge that accordingly, but some of these prices, boy, you got to cut it. Yeah, you got to cut. Golly. And then sometimes things don't work. What? No. Can't do that. Can't do that, man. But you want these kids to turn around and come to your school later on. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It's madness. Madness, I tell you. Madness. Don't do it. Don't do it. In theory, ergs should be able to turn a slight profit to be redistributed back into the program year after year. Not saying it's not being done, but these prices are insane all around. Yeah, let me leave that up there for those who haven't seen it. You're absolutely correct. No, you need that because, Chris, believe it or not, a lot of these orgs come out of pocket, right? To get some things done for that parent who didn't finish paying. Their child, their student athlete, doesn't matter if it's year 1, year 2, dog, not a dog. Everybody's got to pay. You always have those 2, 3, or 4 that didn't pay. How do you think they keep on going? Insurance stuff has to be paid for. stuff has to be paid for. So somebody's coming out of pocket. So even that small profit from the year before that now, rolls over, it gets put right back into the system. If they're doing it the right way. If they're doing it the right way. Right? But people want end of the year parties and all that. Have a little cookout and keep it pushing. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to do nothing too extravagant. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, listen, have a cookout and cool out. This thing is aggravating with this noise. But, have a cookout and cool out. That's it. It's nothing major. You'd be surprised. You go to somebody's backyard and take, your 8U, your 10U, and then the next one is just your 6U, your 8U, then your 10U, your 12U. Do something different. You got a lot of kids now. Let's do it separate. Let's do one this weekend, one next weekend, and have a big old barbecue or cookout or something, instead of the end of the year party. Saving the money. But you're saving the money now, and you have to charge more because these people are charging way too much to come in there and use their facilities. I just think it's way too much, especially if you're going to be a responsible organization. You're going to clean up and have somebody, whether it's voluntarily. I've seen people voluntarily get up and start cleaning up, or we just need to keep it up, right, as we go. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, a lot of good stuff coming up. We're almost getting to we back in the lab because I'll keep going. I'll keep going. Don't forget, today's show sponsored by none other than my man Quentin Williams, a.k.a. the Graphic Goat. Flicks to Graphics, my man right there. Quentin Williams, you can't find him? Hey, message me at PhDU Sports, and I will get you in touch with him ASAP. He is off the chain and always, always gets it in the hole. Also, the Horseman Sports Management, located up there in PA. That's my brothers Media United, still in the building. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, like, share, Low Country Football Group Elite Bowl is coming up. Oh my, January 5th through the 7th, it's the Stars. When the Stars come out. And you guys in the building doing all the youth media coverage from A to Z. Probably all the way from the 5th straight to the 7th. I know the games will be in there. We probably won't show up for practice. And we are doing the live draft pick. Right here on PhD Youth Sports. I believe we'll probably do it the night of the 4th. Right? So it's going to be off the chain. Buckle up, hold on tight for that one. Also, Savage Style. That's right. Get your linemen in the wear that they need. Savagely. Savage Style. Find them, like them, share them on Facebook. That's where the O-line and the D-line come and meet. Low Country Royale. Now, rumor has it that they have found a home. I know they have a date. It's November 12th. The home, we're going to let them tell you. Coming up soon, look out for this e-flyer. Get your cheer on. And, of course, we in the house. You see who did the graphics already. It's the GOAT. PhD Youth Sports, the professor, will be special host, live streaming on the outside with interviews and more. Stay tuned. Also, Lux Cigar Lounge, located in beautiful Monk's Corner. You want to get that right cigar, that right fit, want to sit down, have a nice adult drink with a good flavor cigar. Check out Lux Cigar Lounge in Monk's Corner. Also, Rare Flex Apparel. That's right. We make it rare so you can flex. It's your idea. What do you need? Rare Flex can make it happen. From the jackets, the leather jackets, the windbreakers, uniforms, and more. Get with Rare Flex Apparel ASAP. Also, Bar on the Ave. That's right. Good food, better drinks, but drink responsibly. Make sure you get Bar on the Ave, located in beautiful North Charleston, Sproul Avenue, right across the street from the duck pond. I like that. Nice little view. They got an outdoor, plenty of TVs to watch the game, and every now and then they have some entertainment going on down there. Get with them. Chameleons. Yes, Lord. I can't say it like Sean Dobie, but I always try. My man Sean Dobie, Chameleons Media and Entertainment, where the voice was first heard, doing voiceovers We'll never forget about that. Sitting in the studio with my man Sean Doby. Listen, we're still doing voiceovers. We're still doing your Facebook promos. Get in touch with Chameleons Media and Entertainment on Facebook. Charleston Eat Barbecue. That's right. The best in the Low Country. Come try it for yourself. We'll be getting with my man right here from Charleston Eat Barbecues here real soon. The weather may turn a little bit, but we have some plans coming up with Charleston Eat Barbecue that I know you're gonna dig. Jessica Hood Photography. Look him up, look her up, share on Facebook. Jessica Hood is at all of the big games and can catch all your memories with just one camera. Dre's Lawn Maintenance, you can contact him at 843-568-3669. Servicing all of the Low Country. And you already see the hashtag. Huh? Whose hashtag is that? You already know. We hustle different. Call Dre's Lawn Maintenance at 843-568-3669. Carolina Spring League, well, we won't be talking about them till maybe mid to end of November, see what they have going on. But we are linking up with them this year, so of course that means travel. Buckle up, hold on tight. Carolina Spring Football League coming up soon. Last, definitely not least, it's the Factory Sports and Fitness. That's right. Get your sweat equity on. What position does your player play? It doesn't matter, because at the factory, they have something for everyone. Need to get in shape, need to get quicker, need to get your skills brushed up, or even let your iron sharpen some more iron. The factory is definitely the place you want to be. Also, Low Country Football Group, always for their support in everything they do, along with Skyfa. That's right, where the big boys play. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your guy. I am the professor nonetheless. So leave that stressor on the dresser. We only here to apply pressure. Chris, I ain't gonna forget about this conversation. We might have to run that back. I might have to do a special lab or something on that one. We'll see. But buckle up, hold on tight. Wait a minute. I almost didn't tell y'all, huh? This week, PhD Youth Sports will be traveling out of town. Yeah, we got to do it at least once or twice a year. I actually, I get to tell Jay. Not tell him. I'm just teasing. I did tell him though. I get to tell Jay, hey, I got something I want to do. Boom, 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 and he says, hey, I gotta give you your blessings. You're doing a great thing for these kids. So do what you gotta do. And this time around, game of the week, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be traveling to Columbia, South Carolina to watch the Capital City Vipers play against Greenview Eagles. Myself and the student going up there this Saturday, watching 4 phenomenal games go down. And of course, yeah, we're going to go live. Of course, we might go live on the trip and even do some fun stuff on the way up there, like do some picks, find out who's playing who. We'll see, because I have a game Friday night, so Saturday morning would be a great time along that drive, do some picks and pick some teams and see how we fare out. All right? Y'all know what it is, man. This weekend, sorry, Low Country, but I'll be right back. Promise you. All right, we go out of town. Greenview Eagles. Buckle up, hold on tight, because we got something for you. We coming with it. We coming with the show. It don't matter. It don't matter what you got, what you ain't got. We gonna make it fun. True? Amen. Y'all know what it is, man. PhD Youth Sports. I'm the professor, a.k.a. the Skybox Bully. And until next time,